Hey guys, I'm here for another response video. This one is in response to Andrew Smith's video he did on Next Footage's channel. If you don't know who Andrew Smith is, he is the author of Marbury Lens, a book that just came out recently for young adults. And he did a video on basically books for boys, about boys, by boys. So, by guy authors, written more for boys, I guess, and about boys. I took it as, so my interpretation of what his video is and what he was trying to get across may be a little bit different. I'm going to show some examples of books, but first I'm going to try to explain, I guess, my thoughts on it. I took it as guy authors, of course, writing books more along the lines of what boys would enjoy, with like a boy as a main character, obviously, versus obviously a girl. So that's kind of how I took that. His video is basically, like I said, how I interpret it as that those kind of books don't get in the spotlight enough. They don't get out there enough. They don't get enough hype and enough attention. And just trying to figure out why that is. Some of the points he said I didn't completely agree with. I'm not going to get into all that though. But I do have to say that some of it I'll talk about. But like bloggers only blogging about the same thing, basically, the same type of book all the time. I think at least a lot of bloggers that I know of, they consider themselves book reviewers, or their blogs, book review blogs. But I think they use that term, book reviewer, a little loosely, because they don't do it as a job. They do it more out of fun. And so since they have to buy these books with their own money, or even if you do go to the library, time is very precious. So you read what you enjoy reading. So I think a lot of the time why you see somebody reading the same type of book or the same author all the time is because that's what they enjoy doing. And unfortunately, there are not a lot of boy bloggers, at least not that I'm aware of. They're definitely outnumbered by girl bloggers, like tremendously. I couldn't even give you a number. And that's, to me, a big reason why you don't hear about boy books written by boys for boys, or about boys, because there's not a lot of boy bloggers or vloggers. So I really think that's one of the huge main reasons. I was talking to my son. He's not a huge reader, but he does read occasionally, and I was trying to ask him his input on it, and I was trying to get him to come and do the video with me, but there was no way he was going to do it. I tried forcing him, but then I felt bad. So but yeah, he's read like Spy High. I can't remember who that's by, but he really liked that series. And I don't know if that was by a boy, so I definitely will have to check into that. But it definitely was a more action book with a boy as a main character. I know he enjoyed that book. I truly can't even think what else he's read that he enjoys, because he's not a huge reader. I got on the Halo books, based off of the video game. He started reading those. But when I do buy him books, I do try to find books geared toward boys. I don't honestly look at the authors, though, to see if it's a boy or a girl that wrote the book. But I do try to make sure that it's a boy main character, and that it is, you know, more geared toward boys, with action or scariness or what have you. Which, like I said, doesn't mean that girls can't read it. But anyways, I went ahead and picked out some books that I own that are by boy authors, that have a boy as a main character and are more along the lines of action or scary, or that that are more apt to draw the attention of boys to read them, than versus, say, you know, a girly book like Jodi Picoult's books or something. So First one I picked was Max Turner's Night Runner series. I think it's just, yeah, I think it's a series. And this one is about a boy named Zach who has a rare blood condition. And there's action in this book, and it's a little bit supernatural, and so I definitely think that boys would enjoy reading this book. And, you know, it is a boy author, Max Turner, so. The next book I picked, now not all of his books are like this. You know, I'm actually going to pass on that book. I was going to pick a book, but the more I thought about it, even though it's a guy author and it's a boy as a main character, yeah, it might not really, yeah. The next book I thought of was Pete Hauptman's Godless. And this is also a, you know, obviously Pete Hauptman, a guy author, boy author. Jason is the main character in here, and this is about him but he kind of goes off and decides to worship just this statuary item in his town, and he convinces a lot of people to follow him, and of course it ends up causing some trouble in that. But yeah, I can definitely see boys getting into this book. The next one I got, I absolutely love this. Alexander Gordon Smith Lockdown. This is the first in this trilogy. So, of course, it's by, all these are by boy authors, so I don't want to keep saying, so of course it's by a boy author. But it has a boy as the main character, and this is definitely action. It's a dystopian book. Yeah, I really think, I mean, just look at the cover, you know. The next one, I used to read his adult fiction books all the time and love them. I have not read one of his YA books yet, though. James Patterson, and this is the Maximum Ride series. I have not read it, but I heard a lot of good things about this series. And this is a paranormal, supernatural book, and it has a group of kids as the main focus, as the main characters, and you got boys and girls mixed in. But yeah, supernaturals, who you know, stuff like that. Who doesn't like that? You know, you got oh my God, Fantastic Four and stuff like that. You know, the movie and stuff. So the next one, of course, have to mention this one, is The Marbury Lens by Andrew Smith, who started this whole topic. Have not read this either, but I heard this is really good too. But I heard it's also too, you either like it or you don't like it. So I'm sure I'll like it. So of course you got a boy as the main character, and it's just for boys. It's like just a creepy, weird, different type book. So the next one is by Orson Scott Card. It's Pathfinder. This is about a boy named Rig who can, what was it? It says it on here. He has the power to change the past, but nothing can prepare him for the future. So definitely cool looking. I mean, look at it. It's got a sword on the front. So next one I have not read. Actually, next three I haven't read either. Little Brother by Cory Doctorow. This is actually kind of like dystopian type book too. It is, Marcus is the main character, and it says on the back here, can one teenage hacker fight back against the government out of control? So, you know, it's about trying to fight the government and stuff. So the next one, Andrew Smith mentioned himself also. This is by Michael Grant. It's Gone. This is the first one. Oh my gosh, that sucks. But this is the first one, and this is the UK cover, and I got it because of colored pages. And of course, I cannot find the second one at a decent price, but whatever. So this is a dystopian book too. And then the last book.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I just had to pop into this video. Oh my gosh, that's what you sounded like.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. The next book and the last book